Oh. Hello there, folks. I couldn't help but applaud these amazing celebrities. Don't we all just love them so much? How about you come along with me and let's enjoy some of the absolutely incredible content that they've been putting out? Yeah. All right, first up, we have Louis C.K., famous comedian making hilarious jokes on Saturday Night Live. Let's check it out.
Because child molesters are very tenacious people. They love molesting childs. It's crazy. It's like their favorite thing. I mean, it's so crazy because when you consider the risk in being a child molester, speaking not of even the damage you're doing, but the risk, there is no worse life available to a human than being a caught child molester. And yet they still do it, which from you can only really surmise that it must be really good. I mean, from their point of view, it must be amazing for them to risk so much. And yet, if somebody said to me, if you eat another mouse where you'll go to jail and everybody will hate you, I would stop eating them. Because they do taste delicious, but they don't taste as good as a young boy does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just, not really something that us normal folks would joke about, but you have to come to the realization that we are not quite as sophisticated as the famous celebrities, and their humor is just above and beyond our comprehension. So thank goodness the famous celebrity is here to tell these awesome and amazing jokes that even though we kind of don't understand it and it's weird and it's gross and it's not something we would joke about, we just have to understand that celebrities are so much better than we are. And their comedy is gold and they are beyond reproach. So don't ever look at stuff like this as being reprobate behavior. It's awesome and amazing because he's a famous celebrity. Yeah. All right, next up, we've got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson also performing on Saturday Night Live. Ooh.
My name is Roy, and and for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child molesting robot. I beg your pardon, what? I'm sorry, I'll speak up. It's a robot that is designed to molest children. And I call it Robo Chobo. You see, it's powered by solar rechargeable fuel cells and it costs pennies to manufacture. And it can, theoretically, molest twice as many children as a human molester in, quite frankly, half the time. What you do is you start by building a regular robot, then you molest it and hope that it continues the cycle.
Oh. Ah. Well, there you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson making jokes also on Saturday Night Live, skits having to do with things similar to what Louis C.K. is joking about. I'm trying to get to that level of sophistication where this is just jumping off the page at me being hilarious, but I just need to soak myself in celebrity culture, and then this will become funnier and funnier and funnier. So let's try again. Oh, here he is on Instagram with a little girl coming up to him to take a photo. Isn't that so sweet, everybody? Oh, let's read the caption. This adorable little darling cupcake came to meet me and present me with a beautiful lei. I bent down to tell her how much I love to eat little children, but she seemed totally unfazed. Ah, ha, 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 oh, ha, oh, oh, oh. Ooh. All right, everybody. Just chill out, dude. It's Dwayne. It's Dwayne. Okay, some of you conspiracy theorists out there are going nuts with all this jokes that he's making, which are totally hilarious. So why don't you just cut that out and let's enjoy more of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in this absolutely adorable interview that he had with a couple of his fans.
Okay, last question just for you. What do you eat eventually? I eat children. How old are you? Okay, only to 10. Children and pineapple.
Oh, man. He eats children and pineapple, which is obviously a joke. It's just a joke, everybody. Why don't you just chill out and laugh at this hilarious joke that he keeps making? We've got even more Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson back on Saturday Night Live making jokes about a new enhancement drug that came out. Ooh.
I get the sweats, my bones are cold, my teeth are loose, my heart gets really, really hot. I can read minds, and sometimes I wake up driving a stolen car. My erections are fantastic. When I wear gray sweatpants, people cross the street, which is fine. Xantrex gave me my life back. Hail Satan.
So threaten your doctor or ask your ketamine.
Wear gray sweatpants, people cross the street, which is fine. Xantrex gave me my life back. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Hail Satan. It's just a funny side effect of the drug that he's taking. He's not an actual Satanist, and nobody putting this type of comedy together is an actual Satanist. It's just a joke. It's a hilarious joke. And if you're not getting the hilarious joke, then you need to raise your sophistication so that you can understand these amazing celebrities and the comedy that they're trying to portray to you. You know, folks, I'm getting a little tired of these online conspiracy theorists saying stuff like this could symbolize something that celebrities are into: eating pizza and code words. There's nothing nefarious going on here. He just loves making jokes about eating children, and hailing Satan has nothing to do with reality. You need to be a lot more sophisticated with your humor because you're just not getting it. I just love these amazing celebrities so much. I dream about spending my days in their presence, like Stephen Colbert and Ryan Reynolds. Oh, how I wish I could be a part of this amazing conversation.
It's very nice to be here, Stephen. Thank you for having me. Who's with you? You're hunkered down in the Reynolds bunker. Who's there with you? I'm here with my wife Blake, our 3 daughters, 5, 3, and about 8 months. Those aren't their names. Those are ages. And my mother-in-law here she's also here, which is really she's been a lifesaver. It's been incredible to have her here. She doesn't know it, but she's emergency food if this gets real. Sure. But it's great having her here as well. We all are in the end. Yes, we are. That's why I keep myself so well marbled. I'm just thinking of my family. 100%. I will not hesitate to eat the children. You gotta be firm. You gotta.
What did he just say?
Yes,
what did he
that's
just
why
say?
I keep myself so well marbled. I'm just thinking of my family. 100%. I will not hesitate to eat the children.
He's just joking, everybody. He's really good friends with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it's an inside joke that they love to make. Oh, nothing nefarious is going on with celebrities, everybody. They just have very sophisticated comedy. Speaking of comedy, let's check out this hilarious routine by Hollywood comedian Irene 2.
I do think we're going to start running out of resources soon. You know, we might have to eat each other to survive. And can we all just agree, when we get to that point, that babies are going to taste the best? Right? Like, I'm just saying, if you're going to eat someone, you want to eat the veal of people.
Oh, right. Well, what's going on here? She's in the famous people club. Or she's trying to get into the famous people club. And we know what the famous people love to joke about, and that's what she's doing here. And it's so hilarious. Isn't it hilarious? Eating the children and the babies and the jokes and the comedy and the famous people. Oh, famous actor Ashton Kutcher. Let's see what he's doing in this video.
Hi, I'm Ashton Kutcher. Have you ever killed a dog while driving drunk and then been upset that there was no way for your car engine to cook it for you on the rest of the drive home? Well, those days are over. Thanks to Dr. Lee's Pet Engine Cooking Bag. Just put the dog in the bag, place it over the engine block, and drive your usual 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. Bow wow. I'm Ashton Kutcher, and remember, Dr. Lee's Pet Engine Cooking Bags are not meant for babies, but they can be used for babies. I'm Ashton Kutcher, and remember, Dr. Lee's Pet Engine Cooking Bags are not meant for babies, but they can be used for babies.
The joke is that you shouldn't cook a baby in the bag that he's talking about. But then that you could use it for that if you wanted to. But it's all just hilarious comedy and jokes. Hello, it's Ashton Kutcher, the famous actor guy. Why aren't you laughing at this? It's hilarious. All right, everybody, just calm down. Calm down, okay? All this hilarious comedy, let's take a break from that and see what the famous actress Sandra Bullock is saying on Ellen.
Let's talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. How many, did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do this?
Everybody.
Okay, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these, some of you, I think many of you know it, and it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes the
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
I don't think, and it's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face.
Who thinks of collecting it and having it for, we'll do something with this
and
someday.
why didn't we come up with that?
Right.
Yeah, and so we call it, I call it the penis facial, and I think when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say, give me the penis.
Oh, come on, ladies. Don't you want to get the penis facial? Ooh, look at Sandra Bullock. They're harvesting babies far, far away. You don't need to worry. It's not like they're doing it down the street. It's far away. You don't need to think about it. It's a Korean baby. And, you don't see Koreans every day, so you don't even need to worry about it. You just need to go to your specialist and say, give me the penis facial. Oh, look, the famous people are doing it. Isn't it amazing? Oh, those silly ladies and their penis facial. Well, let's see what the dudes are up to. This is Lee Daniels, a Hollywood producer.
You and your boyfriend have been in a good relationship for quite a moment now. Yeah, for 7 years. He's an early 30, and you're a late 50. Yeah. But somehow you both look the same age there. I mean, there's something to be said for being with a younger man. I suck baby's blood and put it on my face. Okay, just joking.
Oh, hold on a second. Lee Daniels, the Hollywood producer, is sucking baby's blood and putting it on his face? Oh, he must have just got off the phone with Sandra Bullock and was like, man, when I saw you on Ellen, that was such a funny joke and skit and stuff that you're talking about with the penis facial. I want to one-up you. So I'm going to talk about drinking baby's blood and putting it on my face. But he's just joking, everybody. He's just joking, just like all the other famous people are just joking. We're not sophisticated enough to understand their comedy, so why don't we just raise our levels of sophistication so we can laugh our faces off at all of these hilarious jokes going on? All right, everyone. Aren't you enjoying the wonderful comedy and all these celebrities and just this amazingness that we're all soaking in and basking in? Well, let's go to the king of comedy, Jerry Seinfeld, sitting down with fellow comedian Jimmy Fallon. Ooh.
Wow, that looks great, thank you. What you want in a pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh. It's spongy and has life to it. You were the guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. Jerry Seinfeld is thinking about young human flesh when he's got pancakes in front of him? Oh, I forgot he's a famous comedian. That's why Hollywood keeps making these jokes, because the king of comedy called them all up and said, hey, everybody, do you know what's super hilarious? Joking about eating children and their soft human flesh. Woohoo! Oh, well, I'm so glad we can now finally understand why all these celebrities keep making the same joke. It's coming from the king of comedy. Well, it must have gotten to Shia LaBeouf when he was doing promotions for the movie Transformers. Let's see what he's joking about.
Can you tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg? He eats babies. Cold babies.
Oh, it's just part of the hilarious celebrity comedy routine that they all love to joke about. Okay, that brings us to his co-star Megan Fox, who did an interview not too long ago with Glamour magazine. Let's see what she's talking about.
Because he's literally like my exact physical type that I've been manifesting since I was 4. I'm also 4 years older than him, so I think I made him. My thoughts and intentions grew him into the person that he is. Who knows what he would have looked like or been like if it wasn't for me.
She's talking about Machine Gun Kelly, who I believe she's married to, or at least dating.
I guess drank each other's blood might mislead people, or like people are imagining us with like goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes.
It's just a couple drops, everybody. Come on. Come on.
Only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood on each drink.
I know you guys think it's a little bit crazy to drink each other's blood, but it's done in a reasonable fashion, okay? Remember, these are celebrities. They know much better than we do.
He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul. Let me bleed on you. It doesn't not happen, let me tell you. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened many times. The most romantic thing he's ever done for me. That's hard to say. He is.
It's so romantic to bleed all over each other, yeah. And she manifested him because, what is she saying?
4. I'm also 4 years older than him, so I think I made him. My thoughts and intentions grew him into the person.
That's what she did. Her thoughts and intentions grew the man literally into being her husband or whatever. So, this is a great example of modern feminism right here. Isn't it amazing that women can just think men into existence and they become a perfect match and bleed all over each other and just slurp it up? Woo! Oh, thank God for celebrities and their absolutely amazing advice and the way they live their lives. We should all model ourselves after these incredible people. And then you've got Hollywood putting out shows like Silicon Valley, showing us things that are a great idea. Planting those amazing subliminal messages into our brain with stuff like this.
The quality won't be high until, the quality won't be high until we have a lot of people opt into the network. So that presents a little bit of a unique Continue. Okay. It presents a bit of a problem that we kind of need to build. Are you sure? Everything okay? I don't know. Is it? Oh, sorry. Guys. Bryce. Guys. Actually, we've met. Oh, hey, Donald. It's Jared now. So, Gavin. Bryce is very discreet. Keep going. This is great. Is Bryce your assistant? No, of course not. It's my transfusion associate. Which is,
see that?
Are you really not familiar with parabiosis?
Okay, so you got shows like this promoting blood transfusions from young people. This dude is the CEO of a company, and he's bringing in a young guy to transfuse his blood with. And it's, just a funny little thing that they do on the show, right? It's just hilarious comedy. Oh, wow, what's this? Ambrosia, the startup harvesting the blood of the young. The notion has been parodied on TV, but a real company is offering transfusions of plasma from teenagers to reinvigorate older people. At $8,000, it's a bit of a bloodsucker. Oh, man. Well, if you don't want to get the penis blood on your face or drink the baby's blood like Lee Daniels, you could just go into this company, Ambrosia, and pay them to transfuse the blood directly into your body. Wow. All right, that brings us to Chrissy Teigen, a famous model married to singer John Legend. Let's see what she's saying on this Netflix show.
There's actually nothing I wouldn't eat or wouldn't drink or wouldn't try. If the person okayed it, I would eat a human. If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
You wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Oh, well, why wouldn't you eat human meat if you were at a fancy, it has to be a fancy restaurant, okay? If you were at a fancy restaurant, you'd totally eat human. Why not? All right, everybody, just calm down. She's just making another hilarious joke. You've seen all the celebrities before making the same absolutely hysterical joke. Well, here she is on Twitter, reaffirming just how funny the joke is. If you said eat this one bite of human and you can eat any other meat the rest of your life, or Chrissy, you eat turkey forever, I'd eat human. Ooh, isn't it so funny? John Legend goes pantless as he holds hands with daughter Esty while getting ready for 2024 Oscars party. Yeah, just totally normal behavior. Isn't this normal? Don't all the parents do this? Yeah. And I'm sure Chrissy is the one holding and taking the photo. Nobody in this situation thought that, maybe we shouldn't put this on Instagram. Maybe people are going to be like, what's going on? But of course we wouldn't say that because they're famous celebrities and everything that they do that would even be deemed inappropriate is actually a hilarious joke. Duh. Let's continue the joke, everybody. Here's another famous person, Michael Ian Black, comedian, actor, writer, director, who wrote an article on McSweeney's internet tendency titled, "Have you ever eaten a baby?" Oh, read the entire article. Look it up for yourself. It's the most funny thing you'll ever read, and it's all about eating babies. Yeah, just super hilarious. Here's some stuff that he is saying on Twitter. My day so far, many wheats, writing, quick baby F, more writing, picked up kids from school. Hilarious. Funny joke. Some lady just changed her baby boy's diaper right in front of everybody at the gate. Unimpressive penis. Oh, yeah. A grown man looking at a baby's penis in public and writing about it is just so funny. Oh my gosh. What's Latin for bring me some boys? Idea. Sell little containers of jizz as boy caviar. I don't like watching iCarly with my daughter because there is nobody on the show I want to molest. Went to my kids' elementary school Halloween parade. Disappointingly few slutty girl costumes. Hosting a bunch of 11-year-old girls for a sleepover tonight, terrified their parents will find out. Ha 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 ha. Aren't you guys getting along so great with this comedy? Oh, we have another funny person, Rainn Wilson, the weirdo from The Office. You guys remember him? Let's see what he's saying on Twitter. What about human baby meat? Retweet, what should I eat for dinner? I am thinking pasta. Oh, pasta, pizza. Interesting words being used that you should never think about or ever consider that this could be a nasty conspiracy or anything nefarious going on here. This is all just hilarious, funny jokes from comedians who are famous or actors that are famous or people in Hollywood that you just could never think anything bad is going on because they are just above reproach. They're famous, they're rich, they're talented. You see them on TV all the time. Come on. Come on. You're just jealous. That's what it is. You're jealous of their talent, you're jealous of their success, and you're jealous that they can make these funny jokes, and it's hilarious to everybody, and you're not as funny as they are. That's what it is. That's what it is. Little concerned, this morning found blood in my urine. Well, not my urine, the baby urine I wash my hair with. Oh, my goodness. Gold comedy right there. Beautiful day for the ritual scarification of a virgin. Joke. How many clowns does it take to screw in a light bulb? A, 12, 1 to screw it in, and 11 to kidnap and chew on human babies. Oh my goodness gracious. You see that? Oh man. So funny. If you want to punish a teenager, simply take away their cell phone and sodomize them with it. Oh. The Catholic Church should set up a program where all the abused little kids are allowed to bless the priest. Oh, I drained the blood out of a goth kid. Does that make me goth by proxy? Oh, so many funny jokes, I just forget to laugh sometimes. Oh, James Gunn, the famous director. Guardians of the Galaxies. Let's see what he likes to say on Twitter. For the record, I'm against rape and baby eating in real life, unless you're really, really, really hungry. He's not even a comedian, and he just cracks everybody up with these jokes, doesn't he? 3 men and a baby they had sex with. Hashtag unromantic movies. So funny. Wondering which Disneyland character would be the worst to get raped by. I think it's Goofy, but Sleepy would suck too. Oh. The best thing about being raped is when you're done being raped, it's like, whoo, this feels great, not being raped. Yep. James Gunn, the famous director. And you just appreciate your everyday life walking around not being raped a lot more. Writing a funny blog about how I was raped and wondering if I should post it or not. It's true. I want to go big game hunting, but no, it's morally questionable. So I'm going to split the difference and go big game raping. Wow. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Last night I did a reading with a convicted pedophile. Retweet at Blackheart. Now this is a conversation that he's having with Twitter. Let's give you guys a good visual. I remember my first NAMBLA meeting. It was the first time I felt okay being who I am. Some of those guys are still my BFFs. If you guys don't know what NAMBLA stands for, it is the North American Man-Boy Love Association. Isn't it hilarious? The famous director, Guardians in the Galaxy, some of the biggest blockbusters coming out today, is joking about being a part of an organization that he's totally not a part of. And this is only funny because it would never happen. Here's Lloyd Kaufman, another famous Hollywood personality, responding to James Gunn. Thanks for not revealing that I mentored you at a NAMBLA meeting. Wow. Retweet at Lloyd Kaufman. The first time I masturbated to Justin Bieber, it was a joke, but now I can't stop. He's like jerk off crack. Yeah, this was back in 2010 when Justin Bieber was 16 years old. So, aren't you guys finding this to be so funny? The interactions that James Gunn is having on Twitter about being a part of NAMBLA and jerking off to children. I can't wait to see his next movie. 100 pubescent girls touch themselves, with a link to a video. Well, this is the video right here. You've got a bunch of high school aged girls, at least that's what they look like, singing a song where the lyrics are about touching yourself. Yeah. Wonderful comedy, everybody. This is what the famous people think is so hilarious, and apparently enough other people think it's funny that they're literally performing at a concert in front of this creepy dude. To add a little bit more information to why he shared this on Twitter, James Gunn has a blog, and on that blog, he writes, Huston Huddleston posted this video on my Facebook page with the note, I thought you'd appreciate this. My response, appreciate it? I just came all over my face. Oh, more funny jokes from the famous director, but let's see what else is going on here. Who is Huston Huddleston? Savior of the TNG Bridge set, convicted on, oh my goodness, child pornography, being such great friends with James Gunn. Oh, I wonder where the source of this comedy is coming from. Look at that. Man who saved the touring bridge pleads guilty to child porn charge. Oh, does it ever end? Does it ever end? No, it doesn't. Let's see what else James Gunn is talking about on Twitter. New blog, Monkey jerked off on kid. Retweet, Peter Alton, I like it when little boys touch me in my silly place. Shh. My new film, Jerk Loose, a small town where beating off is illegal. And one high school kid jerks off in front of the others to show how fun it is. So many hilarious jokes, everybody. The Hardy Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me. Eagle snatches kid is what I call it when I get lucky. Ho-ho! The Expendables was so manly I effed the S out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town. I'm doing a big Hollywood film adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blowjob. Wow. Mary Matthews just told me a story about how a monkey jerked off to completion on a kid on the set of Max Keeble's Big Move. This hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head. Well, doesn't that remind us of the tweet by Rainn Wilson, who said, little concerned, this morning found blood in my urine. Well, not my urine, the baby urine I wash my hair with. Oh, that's why it's so hilarious, everybody, because these famous guys are getting together and sharing the most incredible jokes with each other. That's why you see the similarities. Yeah, there's no cultish behavior going on. There's nothing evil or nefarious. It's just funny comedy that they're sharing with each other that just accidentally gets shared on Twitter. No connection whatsoever. Oh, look at this. James Gunn fired from Guardians of the Galaxy franchise over offensive tweets. Oh, they didn't get the comedy. People cannot understand the level of sophistication that these famous people are sharing publicly. So, the guy gets fired? Oh my gosh, don't you feel sorry for this dude? How could he ever get fired? Oh, well, he got rehired, actually. James Gunn rehired as Guardians of the Galaxy 3 director after Disney reverses firing. Yeah, they just let him chill out for a little while. And Disney is like, okay, is everybody not mad at this anymore? Rehire him. And he's been working ever since with the biggest movies coming out. I think they're still making more Guardians of the Galaxies. He did Suicide Squad and a bunch of other big-name films because he's so talented and amazing. Isn't this dude so amazing? Aren't you completely entertained by all the stuff he's sharing on Twitter? Yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. Relax, everybody. Come on. Come on. He should do more movies. He should be more influential. This guy is just incredible. And anybody who's pointing out all of these ridiculous jokes that he's making or getting upset or offended at any of these things is just jealous. They're jealous of celebrities. They're jealous of the big name director who should be doing more and more and more and more movies because it's so entertaining to have perverts running the show. Oh, we've got some more comedians getting in on the action. Here's Patton Oswalt and the things he's saying on Twitter. My dog is super friendly and loves getting rubbed by children. Wow. Career-ending typos. He's just joking, everybody. He's just joking. The angry tweets from my hammer-toed followers opened my eyes. Pedophobe shaming hurts us all. I am a proud pedophile, says Patton Oswalt. Obviously joking. He's just joking. This is not to be taken seriously. These people are just, it's, again, sophisticated comedy. You don't understand where they're coming from. Let NAMBLA members F anyone they want. Am I so crazed for wanting my kid to grow up in a safer world? Yeah. So remember when James Gunn was totally joking about being a part of NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association? Well, Patton Oswalt is making the same joke. They're just stealing each other's jokes because it's so hilarious. Oh, let's see what he says at Comic-Con, introducing underage actors.
Next up, the ringleader of the pack and everyone's favorite best friend, it's Mike Wheeler, Finn Wolfhard, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Wolfhard, an actor born with the greatest porn name ever, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thanks. Really puts a great thing on my future. Get a good agent, please. Just, you're allowed to say no to things, okay?
Wolfhard. Oh, that's a great porn name for a kid who's like 12 or 13 years old. Yeah, super hilarious. And this is exactly what famous people think about all the time. Not because it's perverted, but because it's funny. All right, well, we got some more comedy coming at you, courtesy of Patton Oswalt, Sarah Silverman, and Comedy Central. Ooh.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, can I ask you a really crazy question?
Yeah, shoot.
Do you ever have weird thoughts about, children?
Jesus! Hey, I don't know who you think you're talking to. I would
So
never
funny.
look at a child that way.
Of course, I'm so sorry.
That's so
I don't
funny.
know what's wrong with me. I've been having these really strange...
Wait. Oh, God, sign me up for that. Oh, Butterface. Ugh. All right, I gotta go.
Oh, isn't it so funny, guys? It's so hilarious. These jokes about children being in a van and scoping them out. This is Sarah Silverman telling you about these thoughts that she's having, which are so, it's just comedy gold. And I got to admit, folks, I'm just having a hard time finding just how funny this really is. I should be rolling on the floor laughing so hard at all these amazing jokes that are going on, but I'm trying to raise my level of sophistication so that I can be with these celebrities and laugh at their amazing comedy. Well, here we've got Sarah Silverman on Twitter. Let's see what she's saying. Hey, is it considered molestation? If the child makes the first move, I'm going to need a quick answer on this. Ooh, man. What a joke. What an absolutely incredible, funny, hilarious, and amazing joke. Okay, everyone, let's take a break from all the hilarious comedians and their comedy sketches, and let's get into some old school movies with tough guys like Clint Eastwood. Yeah.
What's your name, girl?
Amelia. But everybody calls me Amy.
I'm Corporal John McBurney, but everybody calls me McB. How old are you, Amy?
12. 13 in September.
Old enough for kisses.
Whoa! What? Old enough for kisses? Oh. Well, this movie is called The Beguiled, shot in 1971. I actually looked up this scene because what the heck is going on here? The scene as written was supposed to be Clint Eastwood covering her mouth so that the soldiers walking by wouldn't hear her, but it was Clint Eastwood's idea to kiss the 12-year-old instead of covering her mouth, and they didn't tell her about it. So when you're watching this scene, not only is it crazy, but the girl in the scene didn't even know that was going to happen. So there you go. There's your old school Hollywood tough guys for you, sexually assaulting 12-year-olds. But I'm sure it was probably just a hilarious joke at the time. Again, we've got the complex comedy going on. That's what it must be, folks. I forgot this movie was a comedy. And they just wanted the hilarious reaction that this little girl was going to have when you got an adult male like Clint Eastwood assaulting her on camera. Never fear, a room full of celebrities is here.
Very beginning, when all the arts and sciences of motion pictures bring movies to life, it is the director who gives them their pulse. And here are the nominees for the 75th Achievement in Directing. For Chicago, Rob Marshall. For Gangs of New York, Martin Scorsese. For The Hours, Stephen Daldry. For The Pianist, Roman Polanski.
Whoa! Roman Polanski? This Roman Polanski? The convicted child rapist? Accused of sexually assaulting a 10-year-old girl in 1975? He is now facing a 5th accusation of sexual assault against a child. He ran over to France and they welcomed him with open arms. If you read the court documents, he drugged her and sodomized her. Look that up if you don't know what it means.
The Oscar goes for Roman Polanski.
Oh. Everybody, the pedophile won an award. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. All the famous people in Hollywood standing up and giving a standing ovation to the child rapist.
Yes, Roman Polanski. I'm very sorry that he was in jail.
What?
Yes, Roman Polanski. I'm very sorry that he was in jail.
Oh, she's super sorry that he's in jail for being a pedophile. Unreal. Well, it just goes to show you the celebrity status. They are beyond reproach. Even though they get convicted of doing terrible things, it just doesn't matter, folks. It doesn't matter. Listen to Meryl Streep. She's famous. She's in all those amazing movies. So we should listen to her when it comes to these types of matters. All right, well, we got Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow. Let's get his reaction to Roman Polanski.
Polanski, what do you think about it, and do you know anything else? Why now? Why now? What's going on? I mean, obviously there's something going on somewhere, and somebody had to make a deal with someone for something, and maybe there's a little money involved. I don't know, but why now? He's been going there for 30 years. No, I'm not saying that to you. I'm asking the question in general. For 30 years.
He's talking about Roman Polanski traveling to France, which is where he escaped after his conviction.
He's been going there. He has a place. He has a house there. You know, especially the way they did it. Especially the way they got him to give him a lifetime achievement. And then it was, in the end, it was a trap to arrest him. And also the thing is
it was a trick, everybody. When they were giving him a Lifetime Achievement Award, they tried to arrest him for stuff he never did. Read the court documents, by the way.
Very clearly, and he's proven this, that Roman Polanski is not a predator. I mean, he's 75 years old, or 76. He's got 2 beautiful kids. He's got
Oh, well, if you're an old guy and you got kids, you can't possibly be convicted of doing terrible things because you're a famous person and other famous people are standing up for you. So, don't get into the details of what's actually going on. Just listen to the celebrity. Yeah. Oh, well, what about famous director Quentin Tarantino? Let's see what he has to say about this situation.
All right, you got to explain this. I've been dying to get a hold of you for this reason. When Gary Garver, our reporter out in Hollywood, interviewed you, here's what you said. I got to ask you about this. Okay. This I don't understand. Your movie I understand. This I don't. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Quentin, how you doing, man?
Hey. How's it going, man? Pretty good.
Nice to meet you. What have you done to make the world a better place?
I don't know. What do you think I've done?
Cool movies.
Oh, well, there. I'll stand with that.
Pulp Fiction's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, were you happy when Roman Polanski won the Oscar?
Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually, yeah.
What's so great about a rapist being the recipient of Hollywood's highest honor?
I don't consider him a rapist.
All right, that's the one. How can you defend? See, I don't understand this. How come Hollywood embraces this madman, this director who raped a 13-year-old?
He didn't rape a 13-year-old. It was statutory rape.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
that's not quite the same thing. All right?
Come on.
Enough said. It's not statutory rape. You know, he had sex with a minor. All right, that's not rape. To me, when you use the word rape, all right, you're talking about violent, throwing them down. It's like one of the most violent crimes in the world. You can't throw, throwing the word rape around is like throwing the word racist around. All right, it just doesn't apply to everything that people use it for. All right, he was guilty of having sex with a minor. All right.
That she didn't want to have.
No, that was not the case at all. She wanted to have it.
Well,
and dated the guy, and
she was 13.
and found out. Well, by the way, we're talking about America's morals. We're not talking about the morals in Europe and everything. All right.
Wait a second.
Morals in
You have
Europe, morals
sex
in China.
with a 13-year-old girl, and you're a grown man. You know that that's wrong because she has
giving her booze and pills.
I'm not. Look. She was down with it.
Oh, you're crazy.
Wow. What a ridiculous situation. You have Howard Stern, the professional pervert, taking the side of the little girl, and the famous director is like, no, she wanted it. She wanted to be drugged. She wanted to be sodomized by a grown man. Unbelievable. This is the elite Hollywood director telling you exactly where his mind is at. I wonder if it's connected to any of these other people we've been talking about. All right, well, let's check out some Netflix shows. Here you've got the Santa Clarita Diet. Ooh, get a killer body today. Look younger, have more energy, feel sexy, eat whoever you want. Wow. Oh, and then we've got Hulu coming out with this movie, Fresh. Wow. Don't you guys want to eat something fresh? Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Love you to pieces. All right, that brings us to famous actor Armie Hammer. All right, what has he been up to? These are text messages that he was sending to a woman that he was dating. Let's see what he says. Oh my gosh, that just made me so hard. It makes me confused as to why. Is that even possible? So hard thinking of holding your heart in my hand and controlling when it beats. I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you. That's scary to admit. I've never admitted that before. I've cut the heart out of a living animal before and eaten it while still warm. There were a few bites where I had to stop myself. I got totally lost in just biting you. I didn't know where I was or what year it was. I was so lost in a crazy white light. It was as if everything else completely dissolved. That was also a first for me. Like the entire universe just became my teeth on your skin. It was full on. Why did you feel like you had to stop yourself? I was going to bite a piece of you off, it felt like. And if I did, I knew I'd do it again. I wanted to eat you. And it continues. I don't need that in. I need to eat your entire body. I need to touch every part of you inside and out. That's it. Toys are all well and good, but I want to consume every part of you. I want to bite pieces off of you. First of all, how drunk are you? Scale of 1 to 5, 2.9. If you were next to me, I'd give you the tiniest cut, and then fall back asleep sucking on it. Just a little trickle of your blood, the taste of you, the taste of your iron and minerals, soothing me to sleep. Can you send me a voice note back? It doesn't have to even be sexual. I just want to hear your voice. Just tell me what you're doing. Why can't you push the microphone and just say 2 words? If you can sit and type on your phone, you can manage to do. Oh, isn't this so romantic? That's probably what women dream about, especially people like Megan Fox when she is thinking about and manifesting the perfect guy. Isn't this it right here? You know, he's going to take it a little bit further than consuming a couple drops of blood, but doesn't this seem super romantic? All you ladies out there? Yeah. Well, let's not let Army Hammer have all the fun. We've got Kesha coming in with her song Cannibal. And she also likes to dance with the devil. Okay, so let's check out the performance. All right, I'm going to keep this on mute. Spare you the brain cancer, but let's see what's going on. Oh, boy. Wow. All the red and sexiness going on stage. Let's see. Ooh. Did you guys see that? The heads thrown about the stage. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Amazing. Isn't this such incredible art going on? This amazing performance by the famous musician? Yeah. The guy tied to a stake. Oh, what's she bringing out? What is she bringing out? Oh, it's like she ripped his heart out. Kind of like what Army Hammer was talking about. Ooh, look at this. Look at that. Oh, wow. Isn't that so hot with the blood coming out of her mouth? Ooh, super sexy. Yeah. Oh, look at her squirted in. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just screaming into the microphone. Blowing blood everywhere. I mean, fake blood. I mean, come on, guys. It's just a performance. Just like the performance that Army Hammer was putting on when he was talking to his girlfriend. I mean, come on, guys. Don't take any of this seriously. These are just famous actors and singers and celebrities who are expressing their art. This is all just wonderful art. We're just, we're not sophisticated enough to understand their jokes or their art. It's just, wonderful, isn't it so wonderful? Yeah. Here's some close-ups in case you missed it in the video. There she is. Screaming into the microphone with blood all over her face. Wow. Kesha drinks her own urine on TV, gets slammed by a conservative watchdog group. Why are people so concerned about this kind of stuff? Come on. These are artists. They can do whatever they want. They're rich and famous. Ooh, what's this? Katy Perry. Bon appetit. Such a wonderful music video. Let's see what's going on here. All righty. Let's get those pastries going. Bon appetit, baby. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay, they're saucing her up, putting her on the cutting board, dumping her into the pot. Wow. Look at that. Ooh. Getting sauteed with all the vegetables. Ooh, isn't it so sexy, everybody? Look at her. She's so super hot. Yeah. Chopping it up. Oh, bringing her on the table here. Yeah, let's see. Doesn't this stoke your appetite, guys? Isn't this the dinner that you dream about? Yeah. Oh, she goes from a meal to a stripper. Wow. What an incredible change. Oh, and just look at that haircut. Isn't that so attractive? Yeah, so wonderful. Oh, ooh, wow. The human pie on the table. Bon appetit, everybody. Isn't it so hot with the singer Katy Perry going on about being cooked in a pot and served on a table? Kesha drinking her own urine? Running around stage, spewing blood in everybody's face? Woo! Well, you can't let the ladies have all the fun. Here comes Maroon 5 with their song, Animals. All right. Well, I wanted to take some screenshots of this one because it gets extremely pornographic. But here the dude is swinging around with some meat in the locker. And here he is just smearing blood all over himself. And here he is hugging up on the meat some more. There he is, some just hugging on the meat, you know, just got to get real up and friendly with it. Here he is hanging around the meat locker. Yeah, you know, then here he is drenched in blood, humping his wife in the video. If you look up the singer, this is his actual wife, which you would think is kind of a cute thing to have a husband and wife in a music video. But hey, here they are drenched in blood, and he's just being a creep the entire time, stalking her and shooting things in a meat locker. And yeah, there it is. The Hollywood romance of fantasizing about chopping up and eating your significant other. And there you go. Oh, why can't we go back to a simpler time? Like back when the Beatles were performing. You know, music these days is kind of dark and creepy, but who doesn't love the Beatles? Ooh, wait a second. What's going on here? The Beatles yesterday and today? Ugh. Do any of you guys remember this photo shoot? Yeah. Look at that. Huh. I wonder why you've got all these famous people obsessing over cannibalism, the flesh of young children, doing stuff like this since the time of the Beatles? Wow. Oh, you know what? I'm having a hard time here, folks. I gotta think really hard. Thinking. Oh, it's the secret sauce of Hollywood, guys. It's just this amazing and hilarious joke that all of us don't understand, but is well understood in Hollywood. And they just all share it together, and they put it out in their music videos and their photo shoots. So they joke about it, they talk about it, and it's not literal. There's nothing like this going on. There's no nefarious activities taking place. It's just the humor of elite people. They have very sophisticated taste, and it's not something that we can understand because we're not rich and famous. And if you're not rich and famous, you can't understand these things because it's just beyond your understanding. We can only sit here and hope that one day we can become rich and famous so that all this stuff becomes wonderful and attractive to us. Yeah. Oh, what do we have here? The Beatles put out this album cover called Sgt. Pepper's. And right there in the back row, you've got a extremely interesting character. Oh, who is that? Who is this person? Aleister Crowley. Huh. Who wrote this book, Magic in Theory and Practice, and is totally not a Satanist, okay? He's just a very misunderstood artist practicing occult things that, again, this is beyond normal people. This is just wonderful awesomeness. And here's what he wrote. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. And he said, before I touched my teens, I was already aware that I was the beast, whose number is 666. I did not understand in the least. So he's just, a very misunderstood artist who believes that he is the beast of Revelation. Wow. Aleister Crowley, the sex wizard, who Mussolini kicked out of Italy. Huh. Nobody's ever gotten more use out of their magic wand than Aleister Crowley. What a hilarious joke. Don't ever look into this dude. He's just a misunderstood artist, comedian, occultist. He's not a Satanist, okay? He totally wasn't doing sick rituals in Italy that got the dictator angry enough to boot him out. He's a wonderful person. That's why the dictator wanted him gone, because he was just so wonderful. People like Jay-Z, famous musician, do what thou wilt on his jacket here. Oh, where did he get that from? I wonder. You've got David Bowie. He has a song, A Sandman, dressed up like Aleister Crowley. You got Ozzy Osbourne with his song, Mr. Crowley. Oh, I wonder what they're referencing there. What is it about Aleister Crowley that these people love so much? Oh, you got the occult history behind NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Jack Parsons, Aleister Crowley, Ordo Templi Orientis, the secret society that they were a part of. Don't ever look that up. It could get a little bit crazy. NASA is on the level with everything. Don't Don't even go there, folks. Don't even go there. Sex madness. Cult of slain Pasadena scientist revealed. Oh. Well, this must be a funny joke or something, because scientists would never be into anything nefarious. I mean, come on. They're scientists, okay? And we all know that scientists are above board. Of course. They would never, ever be a part of occult societies that worship Satan or do messed up sex rituals with anybody, especially the founder of Scientology. Yeah. The occult roots of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley, and the origins of a controversial new religion. So, Aleister Crowley was part of a secret society called Ordo Templi Orientis, in which Jack Parsons, the mad scientist, was a member. And he took instruction directly from Aleister Crowley, and L. Ron Hubbard went and stayed at Jack Parsons' home, and they did rituals together. And I'll have to get into that later. It's a little too much to cover right now, but just food for thought, everybody, food for thought. And this is what Aleister Crowley also wrote in his book, Magic in Theory and Practice, which is all theory and no practice, okay? These people never practice anything except wonderfulness, and that's why we love celebrities so much, okay? For the highest spiritual working, one must accordingly choose that victim which contains the greatest and purest force. A male child of perfect innocence and high intelligence is the most satisfactory and suitable victim. Now, again, this is all just theory and jokes and performance art, so don't take any of this stuff seriously. These famous people only like Aleister Crowley because he wears a very cool hat, okay? That's it. Don't just stop right there, okay? All right, let's refresh our palate with some amazing comedy from Stephen Colbert. Ooh.
The Northwest is coming for me! I must appease him with the gift of a man-child! Come to me! I must feed you! I must feed you to the Northwest! No, take him! No, take the baby! Take the baby! Don't make me eat the baby! I'm sure the baby will be fine.
The baby will be fine, everybody. Isn't it hilarious? Isn't it so funny that Stephen Colbert is pretending like he's sacrificing a baby? This has nothing to do with anything, especially Aleister Crowley and what he talks about in his book. There's no connection anywhere. People don't ever do this, ever. Especially famous celebrities. This is a hilarious joke. If you're not laughing, there's something wrong with you. What's wrong with you guys? Start laughing your face off. This is hilarious. Lady Gaga's meat dress. Relive her most iconic fashion choice. Wow, you guys remember that? When Lady Gaga ran around with a bunch of meat. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Lady Gaga left bathtub filled with blood in hotel. The Judas star has been accused of performing a satanic ritual. Why would anybody ever accuse her of doing that? Unbelievable. If a celebrity leaves a bathtub full of blood, just clean it up and shut up. It's none of your business. Whatever they're doing with that is beyond reproach. She must have been doing something amazing. Or, crazy conspiracy theorists are just making stuff up. People that work at these hotels cleaning up the mess are just making it up because they want to make headlines like this. Oh, like American Horror Story. Oh, let's see what Lady Gaga's up to in this show.
Like the Countess who feeds on the blood of children? You must have a lot of questions. I'm kidnapping children that I keep in the hotel upstairs, and I bring home people to feed on, and then Iris helps me to filter the blood through the children. She loves to hunt. She loves her condition. There's a lot of grappling with addiction at the show.
Oh, isn't it so entertaining, everybody? The drinking of blood and harvesting children. Yeah. It's all for entertainment. It's all for entertainment. I mean, come on. Isn't this just the most wonderful entertainment you've ever seen? Yeah. Isn't it, when you are sucking blood from a straw out of a person's neck, come on, guys, get down with the entertainment. The bathtub's full of blood. It's all just funny, hilarious stuff. That's a celebrity. It's just a prank. She's just pranking the hotel staff doing shows like this. It's just artistic expression. These artists, they got to get out these amazing ideas that they're always having. And, we're just soaking in the entertainment. Woohoo! Oh, well, who does Lady Gaga like hanging out with? Not too gal-ish Gaga. Singer is nonchalant as she eats fake blood off woman's naked body at art show. It's just an art show, everybody. And the blood is fake. So why don't you just calm down with all the conspiracy theories? I mean, this is just artistic expression that we would all love to do, but we can't do it because we're not rich and famous. If we did it, we'd be arrested for being a ridiculous reprobate. But hey, the famous people are doing it. And we're not allowed in the club because we're not special. We're just not special enough. Here's Lady Gaga with Marina Abramovic. Another amazing performance artist, kind of like Aleister Crowley, except the female version and in the modern day. So here she is running around with Lady Gaga and doing some interesting photo shoots. You've got her on this magazine cover, Dust, covering the eyes of a child who is not wearing any clothes, but okay, whatever. Performance. Gotta love the performance, everybody. Look at the amazing performance art. Yeah, there she is with the horns coming out of her head. Isn't it so amazing? These performances that you can't understand because you're just not sophisticated enough to understand. It's, here she is rubbing a bunch of cow bones. She did this for like 3 days straight as part of a art show, art exhibit, and protest. She was protesting something going on that, she's going to solve by scrubbing the blood off of the cow bones. But there you go. Here she is with Jay-Z, the guy that likes to wear the hoodie with "Do What Thou Wilt" on it. Yeah, doing some interesting things here. Oh, I wonder what this symbolizes. What could be going on here, folks? Oh, looks like somebody is taking some artistic license to create art of their own. This is just offensive. Why would anybody do this? This is clearly not what's going on, okay? And it's mean. You shouldn't make fun of celebrities or do edit photos like this at all. It's just, that's wrong. That's wrong. Don't do that to people. It's not nice. Okay, here she is out in the woods being a weirdo, but hey, she's a performance artist, so there's nothing weird about this. Wouldn't you all love to have a hat like this? Yeah. You want a hat? I want a hat like that. I want to be a cone head, being out in the forest with your red stuff on. And here she is with Usher, famous singer. Here she is promoting an art show. Here she is with James Franco, the famous actor, director. And here she is doing some whatever stuff with him, covered in foil. Let's see. What could possibly be going on here, folks? Ooh, I don't know. Looks like somebody is taking some artistic license with these photos. And, this is mean. You should never do this. Ever, ever, ever. These people are famous and wonderful, and you should never make fun of them or edit photos like this because it's wrong, and it encourages crazy conspiracy theories about what these people are actually up to, which is nothing but wonderful things, actually. They're not up to anything except entertaining themselves and you. Aren't you so entertained by this stuff? Here she is with Willem Dafoe, famous actor. There she is with Jared Leto and who's this old guy? I forget his name. The Brad Pitt of the 80s. I forget his name, but famous person. Oh, here's Jared Leto at one of the galas that Hollywood puts on where people dress up like freaks. I mean, like the artistic, wonderful people that they are, expressing themselves in ways that we're just not able to. There he goes, expressing himself. There he is, just expressing himself. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Here we've got Marina Abramovic hanging out with Naomi Campbell. Oh, ooh, this person showing up on an interesting list. A man that still up to nefarious things, but she's not up to nefarious things. She's just a model, okay? And here she is hanging out with Marina Abramovic and doing cool model, awesome elite stuff. Yeah, here she is with Chris Rock, Naomi Campbell again. Here she is with famous singer Nicki Minaj and some models that I forget the names of. Here she is doing a commercial for Microsoft. Yeah, called The Life. They actually had to pull the ad down because everybody hated it. And they got 24,000 dislikes. In fact, this was leading up to the time when YouTube said, oh, we got to get rid of the dislike button because when they're pushing Satanism on you, they don't want people to know how unpopular it is. So there you go. Marina Abramovic working very closely with companies like Microsoft. Microsoft deletes Marina Abramovic advertisement after right-wing outcry over alleged Satanism. I can't believe that people think this woman is satanic. These are conspiracy theorists. They're very dangerous because they take innocent people like this wonderful performance artist and they think that she's up to nefarious things, which clearly she is not, okay? This is a wonderful art, and anybody who is sophisticated enough to understand it will know how awesome it is, okay? Jeez, enough with the conspiracies, okay? With a sharp knife, cut deeply into the middle finger of the left hand, eat the pain, okay? And cover yourself in blood and just understand the expression of the wonderful artist that you just don't experience. You know, this is a very unique experience and she's just trying to express herself, so don't be disturbed by it. It's wonderful. I'm not a Satanist. I'm an artist. She had to go on this dude's podcast and explain herself because so many people are calling her a witch and a Satanist. I can't believe that they would do such a thing. I mean, why would they ever think that this woman is anything other than wonderful? She looks like such a wonderful person. Her artwork is a reflection of how wonderful she is. And, you know, this kind of stuff is like bullying. You know, why would anybody want to bully a famous artist? Jeez. Here she is cutting a pentagram into her stomach, you know, just more artistic expression, you know, calling everybody a weirdo and, you know, just a conspiracy theorist to ever think that she's a witch when she puts, you know, witch on her forehead and flies around like a witch in her art. But hey, you know, again, this is kind of beyond what people can understand. You know, performance artists are very complex people, and you would only understand them if you're friends with them. And you would only understand their art if you go to their art shows and you're in the elite class, which you're not in the elite class. You have to be in the special club to understand that this type of expression is actually wonderful, okay? Like the Mocha Gala that she hosted in 2011. Marina Abramovic, an artist's life manifesto. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, this was a dinner put on for all the wonderful celebrities in which naked people were put on the tables. Yeah, right in front of the food. Oh, what does that remind us of? Here, this lady is like eating a cake that is designed like Marina Abramovic. They made 2 cakes for this event, which represent the 2 hosts. It was Marina Abramovic and this other witch wearing red. I mean, a wonderful artist in red. And here are the heads popping up from the tables. There's Pamela Anderson and her absolutely amazing boyfriend or husband, the drummer guy who I forget, Tommy Lee, something Jones, drugged out of his mind. You could see he's enjoying the party. All right. And there is the witch in the red and Marina Abramovic. There she is holding up the heart of the cake, which is modeled after her. And here is Gwen Stefani right there. Right. Yep. Yeah. Right there. Enjoying eating the cake, which is totally not a satanic ritual in which you bring in yourself and eat yourself and have yourself as the party favor. It's totally not that. It's just artistic expression. I mean, how many times do I have to go over this with you people who actually think that this is evil? It's wonderful. It's art. It's beyond your understanding. You're just not sophisticated enough to understand the artistic expression. Okay? And here we have some comparisons of things that are totally not connected at all, okay? When they brought this woman into the dining hall at the Mocha Gala, she's covered in the plastic, just like Katy Perry was covered in plastic at the beginning of her Bon Appetit video, and how she's being served up on the table, just like at the Mocha Gala, where they are serving up people on the table, okay? I'm just bringing this up because I want to really hammer home the fact that this is not connected at all Okay, this is all just a coincidence. These are artists expressing themselves in the most amazing way, and we just got to say how cool it is. Isn't it so cool, everybody? And amazing and awesome and wonderful. Don't you want to go to this party? I'm just mad that I never went to this party, and I just, I got to talk about it. I wish I was invited, but I wasn't invited. You got to be a cool person to be invited to the party where they're serving up people on the table. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to go to a party like that? Woohoo! All right, then we've got some more famous celebrities here. You got the funny guy, what's his name? Will Ferrell going to the Mocha Galley with the heads popping up out of the table. And you got Wolverine, what's his name? The actor, who plays Wolverine? What's that guy's name? I forget his name, but he's at the same art gallery that Lady Gaga and Marina Abramovic are slurping up the blood out of the vat of human whateverness. So there you go. He's got some wonderful, famous people there. Here's what Marina Abramovic speaking at the Rothschild Foundation lecture. Oh, what some interesting connections that are totally irrelevant to everybody, okay? There's no connection here. It's just a random coincidence that she is running around with all these famous people and also being invited to the Rothschild Foundation. Here she is posing with Lord Jacob Rothschild of the Rothschild banking family. What is that piece of art in the background? Satan Summoning His Legions by Sir Thomas Lawrence. What? Wait, well. She's complaining about people calling her a witch and a Satanist, and the Rothschild family have all these rumors about them doing powerful and terrible things in private, but here they are publicly putting together a photo that obviously symbolizes they're not doing any of that, okay? They are in rejection of Satan summoning his legions. That's why they're standing in front of it, because they want to say, no, Satan, not today, okay? That is the deep artistic expression going on in this photograph, okay? They're denying all the Satanist claims that are being made towards themselves by standing in front of this photo. Yeah, okay. Let's get into the Surrealist Ball of 1972, run out of the Rothschild Mansion. Yeah, very interesting party. This is Guy de Rothschild and his absolutely lovely wife, Helen, who's wearing this moose head or whatever that is with the antlers poking out. Okay. Oh, there she is with the antlers and some of the people at the party. Here's some more people at the party. What's that lady's name? Famous actress. And I forget. Look it up. You got some more freaks. I mean, wonderful people at the party wearing hats and face masks and stuff that you kind of saw at a movie that got some dude in a lot of trouble. Eyes Wide Shut, I believe. We'll have to go over that later, but here you go. That's Salvador Dali, the famous surrealist. Has nothing to do with Satanism and the confusion of the mind. It's just all artistic expression, and it has nothing to do with demonic possession or how pagans used to celebrate their gods by wearing the mask of the entity they wanted to emulate. This is all just artistic expression, especially the dessert. Right there. Look at that. 1972, the Rothschild party. They've got a naked woman as dessert. Oh, where have we seen that before? Where does this kind of stuff come from? There they got, slurping up dessert with the people in the vats of blood. You got the cake ladies coming out. Wow. What interesting connections that don't exist and are completely irrelevant to everybody. And, this is all just a coincidence. It's not connected. You don't have, these wonderful table decorations. I mean, look at that. A baby's head on the table. Yeah, a dismembered doll on the table. I don't know about you guys, but when I go to a dinner party, nothing stokes my appetite like having this type of stuff on the table. Yeah, again, powerful banking families that have generational wealth going back to the time of Napoleon and even before that. there's nothing weird or nefarious going on with them. They would never use their money or power to do anything evil. They would only help people out, okay? They would throw parties like this only to express themselves artistically, and it's just a little too much for the average person because you just don't understand the art that's going on. It's just too difficult to understand, The Beatles, they get it. They understand. That's why they throw it into their album covers. The Rock, he knows what's going on. That's why he makes these jokes. That's why Katy Perry's doing the music video. She's just in on the artistic expression. Yeah. Putting the people pie on the table. It's absolutely amazing. You got the movies and TV shows that are going along with the theme. Totally unconnected. You've got famous scientists like Richard Dawkins saying on Twitter, we were talking about all the Twitter stuff going on with these celebrities, and Richard Dawkins was kind of feeling left out. So here's what he's saying on Twitter. Tissue culture, clean meat already? In 2018, I've long been looking forward to this. What if human meat is grown? Could we overcome our taboo against cannibalism? An interesting test case for consequentialist morality versus yuck reaction absolutism. So the famous, awesome, amazing atheist, scientist, Richard Dawkins, says that we should grow human meat in a lab. I mean, it's not like you're taking it from an actual human. You're just growing it in a lab and then eating the lab-grown meat. It's not cannibalism. It's science, everybody. Come on. Scientist proposes cannibalism to save the climate on Swedish TV. Behavioral scientist Magnus Söderlind suggested that cannibalism was an answer to climate change. It's another example of mass media rationalizing cannibalism to the masses. Well, I don't think they're trying to rationalize cannibalism to the masses. This is a wonderful, esteemed scientist who is offering an amazing solution to the climate crisis, which is totally going on. Okay, there's a climate crisis out there, and the best way to solve that crisis is to eat each other. I mean, come on. You can't say no to the scientists. They know everything. They are the most awesome people ever. CNN presenter Reza Aslan sparks backlash after he eats human brain while filming with Hindu cannibal sect. Ugh. My goodness. I don't know why people are so upset about this kind of stuff. He's multicultural, okay? Are you against this culture? Yeah, that makes you a racist and a bigot, okay? If these guys want to run around eating their own brains, who are you to come along and say that that's a bad thing to do, okay? Why don't we all get down with Reza Aslan and eat some brains? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wonder if Chrissy Teigen has taken a line out of these books here, or these presentations that we're seeing all over the place, by saying, if you said eat this one bite of human, you can eat any other meat the rest of your life, or Chrissy, you eat turkey forever. I'd eat human. Okay, this is just going in line with all the other famous people who think that this is either hilarious or a wonderful idea. And that's why she had to delete 60,000 tweets, because she is so wonderful person. People couldn't handle all the jokes and the hilarity and the artistic expression that she was putting out on Twitter. So she had to delete 60,000 tweets. Okay. And here are some of her other amazing tweets that we didn't get to earlier. So let's talk about them now. Kevin Shockey, he just said, well, this is part of a Twitter conversation that she was having with Kevin Shockey, so let's see her response. He just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old. Up until that, ha 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 ha. Another hilarious joke by Chrissy Teigen, the famous model, married to famous singer John Legend. Accidentally went to the children's aquarium looking pretty pedo bear-ish. Cruise in the parking lot. Haha, what a hilarious joke. I'm bored. Really want to watch kids give birth. Where can I watch teens giving birth? MTV? I mean, that doesn't make sense, but I'll try. Okay. I just saw a baby that looked like a porn star. Like a trashy do-anything porn star. Is this wrong to think? Well, not when you're joking and you're a famous person. If you're a famous person and you're making jokes like this, it's hilarious. It's not wrong. It's funny. It always weirds me out how strong little toddlers' tummies can look. And am I aware of how absolutely disturbing that sounds? Hashtag TCAP, which means to catch a predator. So she's totally not a predator. She's just pretending to be a predator because it's hilarious, okay? A belly and a shirt with a small, sexy toddler on it saying, #1, duh. Retweet at Chad Kramer. What does a guy wear to a toddlers in tiaras party? Oh, yeah. Toddlers and Tiaras. What is that all about? Sexy toddlers dressing up for the camera. Yeah. Seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just, I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. A little boy in the pageant now. Finally, some eye candy for me. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Retweet at Big Vin. Retweet secret naked hobo. Pedophiles delight. Toddlers and tiaras star 4 Dawn's fake boobs and butt. So this connects to an article by ABC talking about what's going on in this show where parents think it's just a wonderful idea to take their children, sexualize them for an audience, and by doing so, they got fake boobs, fake butt, and putting on a 4-year-old. Yeah. Let's see what else ABC is putting on the air.
You have a young daughter as well. I do. Who is getting involved in show business. Well, she's got chops. Our daughter Sophie is a delightful child. She's always been rambunctious, always been loaded up with personality. And look, if she wants to go into business, she can. But it seems like you're in a, I wouldn't say push it, but it seems like you're very supportive of this. Oh, listen, when your kids have dreams, I back them up. Pure and simple. Boy, do you, because you brought us some videotape here. This is from a program that you allowed yourselves to be. I am in the business, so I have some contacts, and there was a possibility perhaps maybe to do something for one of those, the cable channels that are like 300, 320, on the thing. And so we went out and we put together a little possibility for me and my... Well, we have it right here. Me and Sophie Hanks. My name is Tom Hanks, and I am super excited because my daughter Sophie and I are competing in the Miss Ultimate Sexy Baby Nevada pageant.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Sexy baby, ooh.
When it comes to awards, this is as big as it gets.
I'm Sophie Hanks, and I want to be Miss Ultimate Sexy Baby.
All right, this thing is kind of long, so I'm just going to kind of skip through and give you the amazing highlights of this incredible show of Tom Hanks grooming his child to be a sexy baby. Yeah, sexy baby. Yeah, okay. Here he is, putting on her little dress and showing you how wonderful it is.
My dad wants to be a pageant queen, but he can't.
Yeah, isn't it so hilarious? Oh, look at him. He's showing her how to strut her stuff in front of the crowd that wants to see the sexy baby. Let's check it out.
Down, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder.
It's so funny when you groom children, isn't it? Just hilarious. Oh, got to get her ready for the show. Get her dolled up. Ooh, isn't she starting to look sexy, everybody? Sexy baby, yeah.
The only person who can beat Sophie is Sophie.
Oh, wow. Now they're at the show to put her on stage as a sexy baby.
Is that right? Right?
Yeah.
That's right. It's hers to lose.
Sexy baby.
Sexy baby. Isn't she so sexy, everybody? Isn't that what you're seeing right here? This is so amazing. Oh, look at it. Yeah. Shake it. Shake it.
Poison? Well, Poison is Sophie's favorite 1980s hair band.
Top dirty to me.
Look at that. What did she just say?
Well, Poison is
Let's hear it
Sophie's
again.
favorite
Let's hear it again. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Top dirty to me.
Isn't that so awesome? We get the little child on stage. The sexy baby. Talk dirty to me. Yeah. Isn't that amazing entertainment coming out of ABC featuring Tom Hanks and Jimmy Kimmel? Isn't it the most hilarious thing ever? Oh. Incredible. Oh, don't you guys just love ABC putting together all these bangers? Well, they've also got a show called Good Morning America, and here they are reacting to that Chrissy Teigen bit we covered a little earlier.
Chrissy Teigen was recently appeared on David Chang's upcoming Netflix show, Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner, and they were discussing the crazy things they would try as food, like what they would eat and what they wouldn't eat. And she then said this.
If the person okayed it, I would eat a human. If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like a tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Chrissy, a tiny bite of meat is just called sushi, and we should never be eating humans. I would never try that.
And
never.
y'all are saying confident men are psychopaths. Okay. That right there is crazy.
Oh, I'm so glad that they have the strong, amazing ex-football player, Michael Strahan, on the show to talk sense to these celebrities. Yeah.
Please welcome Desmond Napoles, a.k.a. Desmond is amazing.
Wow, look at that. ABC just knocking another one out of the park with Michael Strahan. Yeah, let's get the drag kid on here. Isn't it so amazing that some little child can be influenced to dress as the opposite gender? Oh, and do a little striptease for everybody? Oh, the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild for the cross-dressing child. Oh, let's have them on the front of the show, and just the 11-year-old drag kid on inspiring others to be themselves. Yeah. Oh, let's see what else is going on. Oh, look at that. Get the freak show on stage. Michael Strahan just going along with everything. Just such amazing entertainment being put out by ABC and all these wonderful networks that put children on stage. All in makeup, sexy baby. Oh, we just gotta surround them with celebrities and encourage this absolutely incredible behavior. Isn't this awesome? Shouldn't everybody be involved with stuff like this because it's so amazing? Desmond is amazing. Why? Because he's a cross-dressing child. Hello? What isn't amazing about that? Okay, let's get back to Chrissy Teigen and the stuff she loves to talk about on Twitter. I am about to Anthony Weiner this kid. What could that possibly mean? Who is Anthony Weiner? Sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison for a sexting scandal. Anthony Weiner sentenced to 21 months in prison for sexting with a teenage girl. Oh. Well, she said this in 2011, and this guy got arrested in 2017. What? What could she possibly have knowledge about? Well, let's check out this talk that Sidney Powell did at Hillsdale College. See what else is going on with Anthony Weiner.
And of course, you realize the reason that Hillary had to be protected was because he was writing her on that secret server using an alias, which shows that he damn well knew and had approved in advance her use of the secret unsecured server. On top of that, there's the Anthony Weiner laptop, which I don't know if you heard this. I wrote an article about that too. 675,000 Clinton emails when they got Anthony Weiner's laptop in a search warrant because of all his sex perversion issues. It was all the Clinton emails, the Clinton Foundation, her Secretary of State emails, Huma Abedin's emails. Lots of people emailed Huma as a proxy for Hillary, and it included what Comey called the sorry, I must wave my hands more than most people. The golden emails, because they were the BlackBerry backup, emails that they were supposedly just looking for everywhere very diligently. Well, guess what they did when they found them on the Wiener laptop? They got a search warrant for things that didn't include the BlackBerry backup emails. So when they told us, when he stood there and said that day, oh, you know, we've reviewed all the emails now, there's nothing there, that was a bald-faced lie. They specifically did not look at the BlackBerry backups, and they didn't look at a fraction of the emails on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So one of the things, if I were the president, I'd do is demand the Anthony Weiner laptop and get it to the most trusted person in the military to take apart everything on it and then start using it. There's a lot that can be prosecuted, I have no doubt, on that laptop. In fact, I heard that the New York police officers who saw some of it, even though they're hardened investigators, literally had to go throw up. It's bad.
Anthony Weiner was married to Huma Abedin, a very close associate to Hillary Clinton. In fact, she's been a close aide to Hillary Clinton since 1996. The things on his laptop have a lot to do with what the Clintons are up to. Oh, the story gets more interesting. How about this guy? Meet the man behind Hillary Clinton's campaign, John Podesta, interviewed in Washington, November 9, 2012. On the wall in his office at Hillary Clinton's Brooklyn headquarters, campaign chairman John Podesta has an oil painting on loan from his lobbyist brother, who is an avid art collector. The image shows two men hunched over a dining room table bearing knives and forks. On the table lays a man in a suit who looks vaguely like Podesta. It's better to be the guy with the fork, Podesta quips to his colleagues if they ask about the image, than the guy on the table. Oh, there it is. There it is, folks. When you go to work at the office, isn't it amazing to have something like this on the wall? Some dude being cannibalized? And your boss making jokes about how you got to be the guy with the fork? Hoo-hoo! More sophisticated comedy by these very powerful elites. Oh, yeah. Some more artistic expression going on here, folks. You shouldn't do this kind of stuff. It's mean. You know, these celebrities work super hard for the benefit of everybody. And why would you ever do something like this to such an amazing man and his art that he loves hanging on the wall? All right. The John Podesta emails released by WikiLeaks. Do you guys remember this? Happening during the 2016 election? All the Russia stuff and how they hacked the election? Well, this is what they're referring to. Because John Podesta gave up his password to somebody who wrote him a phishing email saying that he needed to reset his password, and got a ton of his emails. In his emails, there were some very interesting phrases that people were picking up on, which have nothing to do with anything nefarious. This is just crazy conspiracy nonsense, but let's take a look and see what's there. This is him talking about getting a pizza for an hour, which is something everybody does. Everybody, you know, sections off about an hour of time to go get a pizza. It's just totally normal. You've got this person, Eric Eisenstein, or excuse me, Fred Burton, to Don Kirkendall, with Eric Eisenstein CC'd on the email. What's he saying? Getting ready for Chicago Hot Dog Friday. I think Obama spent about $65,000 of the taxpayers' money flying in pizza and dogs from Chicago for a private party at the White House not long ago. Assume we are using the same channels. Okay, this is just throwing a wonderful party for Obama. It has nothing to do with anything nefarious. Pizza and hot dogs are not code words for anything. And obviously, when you guys throw a party on the weekend, it's normal to spend at least $20,000 on pizza and hot dogs. You know, they throw an even bigger party and they're elites, so they're going to spend a little bit more. Okay, so $65,000 for them, you know, around $20,000 for us. It's just normal. Okay, this is normal stuff. Don't look into it at all. That's for crazy people. Okay, you got another email from this lady, Tamara Lozado, who is talking to John Podesta in this email exchange, in which she wrote, with enormous gratitude to advanced man extraordinaire Haber, I am popping up again to share our excitement about the reprise of our gang's visit to the farm in Lovettsville. And I thought I'd share a couple more notes. We plan to heat the pool, so a swim is a possibility. Bonnie will be Uber service to transport Ruby, Emerson, and Maeve Luzzatto, 11, 9, and almost 7. So you'll have some further entertainment, and they will be in that pool for sure. And with the forecast showing prospects of some sun and cooler temperatures of lower than 60s, I suggest you bring sweaters or whatever attire will enable us to use our outdoor table with a pergola overhead so we dine al fresco and ideally not al cello. What a hilarious joke. Now, when you're an elite person and you're getting into the pool, you just need to know that there will be children in that pool, not because you're doing anything creepy, but it's because you're an amazing, elite, powerful person. And when elite, powerful people have get-togethers, they just need to make sure that children are safe. So when this 11, 9, and 7-year-old are out in the world somewhere else, they're not safe. So they must be brought into this pool so that they can be made safe by this elite person, John Podesta. Because when he's throwing this party, he definitely needs to make sure that he is in the pool with these children for their own protection, okay? Stop with all the nonsense and conspiracy theories. Oh, Marina Abramovic talking to Tony Podesta, the brother of John Podesta. Dear Tony, I am so looking forward to the spirit cooking dinner at my place. Do you think you will be able to let me know if your brother is joining? All my love, Marina. Oh, isn't that nice? Interesting how these people are all connected, but it's not relevant to anything. It's just a coincidence. They just happen to know each other. There's nothing nefarious going on here, especially when Marina Abramovic writes on the wall, with a sharp knife cut deeply into the middle finger of the left hand, eat the pain, okay? This is just amazing performance art. And I'm so sick of people thinking that this is evil. It is not evil. It is artistic, okay? And here's John Podesta holding up his hands with 14 and a fish, okay? And just looking at his fingers, you could tell that he's, he takes great care of himself. He's an amazing person. He wouldn't ever be doing any of this kind of stuff. I mean, just look at his fingers. Aren't they just perfect and awesome? Okay. He would never do weird stuff like this, which is actually not weird at all. It's just artistic. Okay. They're not literally doing these things. She's just writing it on the wall so, they could take these pictures and spread them around and say, hey, look at the awesome art that's on the wall. Okay. Nothing nefarious going on here, folks. Moving on to Tony Podesta. This is the brother of John Podesta doing a spread in Home Life magazine. This is his home. You could see this absolutely incredible piece of art hanging in his front foyer, which is called the Arch of Hysteria. Okay. A headless body contorted in what some people have said the pose of Jeffrey Dahmer victims. So if you ever research Jeffrey Dahmer and look at how he posed his victims when he cut their head off, it's very similar to what we're seeing here, but there's no connection whatsoever because there never would be a connection with powerful people like this who want to put amazing art in their home. It's not nefarious at all. It's just a coincidence, okay? When Jeffrey Dahmer was doing all that messed up stuff, it has no relevance to elite people and the stuff that they're into. It's just a coincidence. The artist was just like, hey, this would be amazing, and this dude put it in his house because it's awesome. All right, here's the spread in the magazine. Let's read through some of it. If you ever dreamed of strolling through a museum with a slice of pizza and a glass of wine in hand, you need to befriend super lobbyist Tony Podesta, known about town as a legendary political fix-it man. Podesta has turned his Kalorama home into a shrine to contemporary art, ranging from relatively under-the-radar artists such as Serbian painter Biljana Đurđević to those who are much better known, like French sculptor Louis Bourgeois, which is this sculptor right here. That's from Louis Bourgeois. Such an amazing piece of art. The collection got a rather accidental start. After taking a 50% pay cut for his work during the last 9 months of Ted Kennedy's failed 1980 presidential election, Podesta ended up being handed a tube of artwork donated by major Kennedy-supporting artists of the day, such as Roy Lichtenstein and Jasper Johns, in lieu of his foregone salary. He didn't bother to open for 5 years, but when he did, what he found were gems. Wow. I walked away with 10 or 12 pieces in that tube. including my first two Rauschenbergs and my first Warhol, Podesta says. Though his collection currently stands at 792 works and rising as he still actively buys, only about 10% is displayed at any one time in the house, as Podesta prefers to rotate artwork annually. However, his first major purchase, a nearly 2,000 pounds bronze sculpture by Bergot called Arch of Hysteria, is never taken down. Over the years, he has donated more than 1,300 pieces to local museums, including the Corcoran, Hirschborn, Katzen Center at American University, National Gallery of Art, National Portrait Gallery, and the Phillips Collection. His largest donation stands at 505 pieces to the National Museum of Women in the Arts. In New York City, he has donated to the Museum of Modern Art in the Whitney. Last year alone, he gifted more than 200 works. My plan for the collection is to donate it slowly over the course of my lifetime to museums and to give the rest away after I pass, Podesta says. People who enjoy success should be giving back and sharing the gifts they have received. Oh, isn't that so nice of him? Most of my philanthropy occurs in the art world with my donations. So it's not money laundering at all. It's just donations, okay? He has dedicated himself solely to contemporary works. Bergot is one of only 2 deceased artists represented in the collection and prefers to buy from the same artists once he establishes that he likes their work. Currently, he has collected from 40 different artists in some depth, with his top 5 being Marina Abramovic, Vic Muniz, Bergot, Olafur Eliasson, and Anthony Gormley. My personal style aesthetic is spare and clean, as the art was always intended to be the centerpiece of the house, Podesta says. Though he purchased the 7,000 square foot residence in 2006, he was not able to move in until 2009, as it took nearly 3 years to finish the massive renovations he undertook, mainly to better accommodate his art. The house is in the historic district and situated across from Rock Creek Park, so it is subject both to the regulations of the Historic and Fine Arts Commission. Podesta says basically that meant that the facade of the house could not change, but the interior style was more traditional and segmented than I envisioned, with a hunch of small rooms everywhere. I worked with an architect to tear the insides out completely. Essentially, we rebuilt everything from scratch within the existing 3 walls of the old house and made it much more open. Podesta is constantly on the move. The day we met, he was dashing home from a Hillary Clinton fundraiser and preparing for an early morning flight to his vacation home in Venice the following day. Not to mention the rapid-fire nature of his work as founder and chairman of the Podesta Group, whose client roster includes such high-profile names as Blue Cross Blue Shield, Walmart, Wells Fargo, and Lockheed Martin. Because of his busy schedule, he needs his house to be a refuge from daily stress. While its open floor plan and rather sparse decor can give off a museum vibe, particularly in the basement, where white-walled rooms are lined with glass containers of shelved art highlighted by recessed lighting, Podesta's feelings towards his guests are far from cold or regimented. He regularly opens his house to casual pizza parties, co-hosted by his friend James Alfantis. Oh, the owner of Comet Ping Pong. Over 200 pies emerge from the outdoor pizza oven as guests wander through the house and garden while studying his art collection. Podesta knows what he likes, makes room for art in most every part of his life, and wants to share it with those around him. Oh, isn't that so nice of Tony Podesta? Let's take a look at this artwork that he has. The Arch of Hysteria. We talked about that a moment ago. And these art pieces. Yeah. Check it out, everybody. Isn't it wonderful and amazing? I wonder what this is all about. Ooh. Isn't this some more absolutely incredible and amazing art? Wouldn't you want this hanging in your home? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I wonder what that's supposed to represent. Such wonderful art. Check it out, everybody. Wouldn't you want this hanging in your home? Yeah. Yeah. This is hanging in the dude's home, okay? These are pieces that are featured in the Home magazine. Yeah. And these are just a few. I could spend hours on this dude's art collection, which is totally amazing, everybody, okay? Don't ever think anything nefarious is going on here. Why would you think anything nefarious is going on here? Look at this stuff. Isn't it awesome and amazing? Wouldn't you want this in every art museum ever? Gosh, aren't you jealous that the dude is putting this in his home and not out in the museums where we could all check it out? Yeah. Well, some people started to notice the tiling in these photos and connecting it to a house that's owned by the Vanderbilt family, which has a pool in it with these tiles. And this is just totally crazy nonsense. People like Anderson Cooper, who is part of the Vanderbilt family, with the awesome and amazing toddlers and tiara in the background there. This is a shot of Anderson Cooper with his mother and his brother, who died, unfortunately. You can look that up. But what's over the headboard of the bed that they're in? What is that? Oh, what? Again, nothing nefarious is going on here. This is just random art. Some dude burning in a box with a witch above him and a headless, some dude's head floating around. Yeah. As mommy reads him a story. Isn't that nice? But again, this is nothing to worry about. There is no connection to the tiles in these paintings and the pool in this home. And if you ever think that there is anything nefarious going on, you're just a crazy conspiracy theorist, okay? These are very rich and sophisticated people, and you just don't understand their artistic expression, okay? You just don't get it, folks. You just don't get it. All right. GQ Magazine, 50 Most Powerful People in Washington. Number 23, Heather and Tony Podesta. You got, James Alefantis, the restaurant guy, coming in at number 49. Why is a pizza shop owner even listed as the most powerful people in Washington, D.C., the most powerful country in the world? What a weird quinky dink. Must be a joke. Just like his name being similar to a French phrase, which is totally unrelated. It doesn't mean anything. It's just another quinky dink, okay? That's not what it means, and that's not why he's named that. Don't ever have these thoughts, okay? These are powerful people, and they're up to wonderful things. Just like this Hillary Clinton flyer for her campaign, John Podesta campaign chair, and Maya Harris, senior policy advisor, and special guest, pizza chef James Alefantis of Comet Ping Pong. There he is with David Brock in Washington Magazine. Well, who is David Brock? The founder of Media Matters. David Brock is an American liberal politician, consultant, author, and commentator who founded the media watchdog group Media Matters for America. He has been described by Time as one of the most influential operatives in the Democratic Party. Oh, very, very interesting. Oh, here we've got James Alefantis hanging out with Tony Podesta. Big pizza in the background. I'm sure that has nothing to do with anything. He's a pizza shop owner. I mean, come on. It's just food, everybody. Here we got him again at some event with a weird cake. All right. Here he is at his home with the Arch of Hysteria in the background. Look at everybody having such a wonderful time. Uh-oh. Oh, no. What is this? What is this, everybody?
Pizzagate. It became a major story weeks ago when an armed man decided to investigate a D.C. area pizza place for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at the floor. Media is telling you the entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that even mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is Pizzagate? And are there any actual facts to support the story? I've got to warn you, what we're going to talk about tonight will be disturbing to some people. But this is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. Pizzagate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. Now, to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia.
See?
That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs.
Well.
Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles.
Oh.
So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? Well, again, read any mainstream report, and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is, that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yes, we're talking about a pizza parlor owner. Now let's talk facts here. There is no solid evidence that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is being used to run a child sex trafficking ring. But there are some very strange connections between Comet Ping Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, Besta Pizza, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now, this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now, to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI, contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see these images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only a few weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image. Interestingly, after Pizzagate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They removed the triangle.
Yeah, they removed the triangle because there's nothing nefarious going on. Duh.
Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alfantis, is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. 2 of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong poster, include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains. Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that do joke about pedophilia, and the band Sex Stains has a video that includes, and you see it right there, that same boy lover symbol. It's nearly identical to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love.
Okay, all right. You know, this guy is kind of a nutter. You know, he doesn't understand the sophisticated comedy and symbolism and expression of elite people. You know, just because this is exactly what the FBI states as being a disturbing symbol doesn't mean that it actually is when it's used by people who are named as being the most powerful in Washington. Come on.
As I said, there are some strange things there. As for the owner of the pizza place, James Alfantis, well, he was one time in a relationship with David Brock, who ran Media Matters for America. Well, since Pizzagate began to blow up online, he has made his Instagram profile, Jimmy Comet, private. But an archive search of Instagram reveals a number of strange photographs and words with strange and disturbing images associated with them. Look, to the point where we can't show you those pictures. We're not even going to describe...
Because they're amazing. Hello. They're absolutely amazing pictures. And they can't be shown by him on TV because we keep talking about the sophistication level of these people, and normies aren't just, they're not sophisticated enough to understand what's going on this dude's Instagram page, which is why you can't show them
to you because some viewers would find it too disturbing to share on
Sophisticated, not
Now
disturbing.
let's talk about the Podesta brothers, because remember, it was John Podesta's email that was hacked. In those leaked Podesta emails, John Podesta talks about his close relationship with Dennis Hastert, the former Speaker of the House, who was recently sentenced to 15 months in prison for abusing boys years ago. He was referred to by the judge as a serial child molester. According to the Washington Post, visitors to Tony Podesta's home in Falls Church got an eyeful when they walked into a bedroom at the Podesta residence hung with multiple color pictures by Katie Grannon, a photographer known for documentary-style pictures of naked teenagers in their parents' suburban homes. And to be clear, that just begins to scratch the surface of how strange some of this stuff is. And bear in mind, we can't get into a lot of the real details of it because of the limits on broadcasting this on television. But it is some very strange stuff. Now keep in mind, again,
sophisticated.
There is no proof here that there is a child sex ring being operated at a DC pizza parlor. Investigators have already proven there's nothing to the story, right?
There's nothing to the story, okay?
Well, actually, no. And that's what you need to know. For all that is here, there has not been one single public investigation of any of this. Not from local police, not from the FBI, no one. And that has to be.
Which obviously means there's nothing nefarious going on, okay? If there was something nefarious going on, the FBI would be all over it. Aren't you guys super confident in the FBI and all of their capabilities? Law enforcement? They would never cover up anything, ever, especially when it involves powerful people, okay? They would be more motivated to arrest powerful people because that would make big headlines. If they make big headlines, everybody would be like, oh my gosh, look at them, and the high-profile person they arrested. So if there was high-profile people doing things illegally, then they would be all over it. Duh.
The big question, not for Podesta or for pizza parlor owners, but for law enforcement. Based on what may be or may not be here, the big question is, why hasn't any investigation taken place?
Because there's nothing going on, obviously. Jimmy Comet, James Alfantis Instagram, which was made private, but there are some archived photos of what this dude was posting. You've got a baby with some money. You got a child being taped to the table. There's another baby. You got another baby. You got another baby. You got another baby. And the guy is not married and has no children. Here's another baby. Here's a child with the caption, I could care less about my beauty. I just want my pizza. Ha ha ha. German baby, $1,200. Please do not touch. And Jamie Comet, the Instagram tag for James Alfantis, made a comment saying way overpriced. I wonder what he's talking about. Oh my goodness, look at that. Pizza. This was shared by an employee of Comet Ping Pong. You could see the tag right up there. I wonder what they're into. Here is a person masturbating with pizza coming out of their genitals. Posted by the same person who works at Comet Ping Pong, who is also a drag queen. Jimmy Comet, Long Dong Pizza Shop. Yeah, Comet Ping Pong. Gee whiz, I wonder what they're into. J. Elefante, remember that phrase we were looking at earlier? This has nothing to do with that, okay? It's just some friendly dudes taking a photo. Oh, here's Miss Summer Camp, another employee and drag queen at Comet Ping Pong. You can see the labels up there. Rolling around in blood. Yeah, it's fake. Obviously, it's fake. It's just performance. It's just hilarious stuff that these people do to get attention or share with each other, and is just very sophisticated. You know, drag queens rolling around in blood is just, you know, something that these people really enjoy. Here's a coffin, a very small coffin, which has no relevance to anything. Here's another kill room label with a small coffin. Here is a picture where you can see the caption here. Oh. Somebody said hashtag kill room. I wonder why they would say that. I wonder. Oh, here's some creepy stuff going on with the mask. Actually, it's not creepy. It's artistic. It's just artistic stuff. Oh, Marina Abramovic being posted by James Alfantis, who is good friends with the Podestas, who love her art. And they're all associated with the Rothschilds and everyone else. Very interesting. Connections that don't even exist. It's just a coincidence. There are no connections. It's all irrelevant. None of this stuff is really actually happening in any way nefarious. It's just interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting stuff. Holding up the big pizza with Tony Podesta. Ha ha ha. Going to the party with Tony Podesta. Some more emails. This is from James Alfantis to John Podesta, where he said, this is our pizza logo. Pizza logo. My graphics guy sent this. Do not forward. So there is no attachment to the email that we can see. This is just the text associated with that email, which I'm sure just had a wonderful graphics for his pizza shop that he doesn't want him to share with anybody. Here is David Brock and Linda Rothschild with a photo being taken by James Alfantis, in which he posted on his Instagram. Yeah, very, very interesting. You've got the Rothschild family, David Brock, and James Alfantis, named the 49th most powerful person in Washington. I wonder what's going on. I wonder. No. This is a famous case, Madeleine McCain, who was abducted, and they put out police sketches to try to find this little girl, and these are the sketches that they came up with. Take a good look. Oh, these are the main culprits right here. I wonder who these people could be. Oh. Here is another person associated with the abduction. Oh, look at that. Oh. What an interesting coincidence. Here's a woman associated with the abduction. I wonder. For those of you who don't know, this is Ghislaine Maxwell, the close associate of Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. I wonder what's going on here. Nothing nefarious. You know, these people are very powerful and rich and into things that are just very sophisticated that we wouldn't be able to understand and are totally unrelated to things like this. I'm just trying to debunk all the crazy conspiracies out there. You know, people actually believe that could be an association here. I don't know why they would ever think that. Why would you ever think that these people would be involved in nefarious activities? Yeah. Here is the prices listed by Havascop of human trafficking. So, just to give you an idea. The people involved with buying this kind of stuff, people that are being trafficked, look at those prices. What do you think? Is a Joe Schmo down the street, the creepy family that's living in the rundown house, are they the ones spending the money on this? $25,000? $600,000? Or excuse me, $600? $7,800? $270,000? Oh. I wonder who could be involved in such things. Obviously not these people. You know, they're very powerful and wealthy, but they would never spend their money on things of a nefarious nature because it's not in their nature. They are rich and powerful and famous and involved with Hollywood celebrities and all that type of culture, which is above board. Nobody can ever challenge what these people could ever be into because nothing suspicious has ever happened with them ever and never will because they are the most wonderful people walking the earth. I wonder what Chrissy Teigen means when she says this on Twitter. I'm going to jail over pizza. Oh. After Cheese Pizza post, officer arrested for child porn. What? You know, sometimes celebrities run into very unfortunate circumstances where they could be linked to stuff like this, which they're obviously not associated with, okay? Famous people would never do stuff like this. And even if they did, they wouldn't be talking about it on Twitter. Duh. Or joking about it, or putting it into their sketches, or their artistic expression. No. They would always keep it private, and they would never throw it in anyone's face. Ever, ever, ever. I mean, how could anybody think that The Rock enjoying a fresh hot pizza could be nefarious in any way ever? Whoa! What is that? Oh, what is going on here, folks? What is going on? You know, some people online are just very mean and would paint these amazing celebrities in a bad light. Why would you do this? They're just trying to make their funny jokes. They're just famous. Talking about eating the baby meat in the baby's urine. The children being molested and tasting amazing. Eating the kids. I wouldn't hesitate one bit to eat the children. No, I wouldn't. Wouldn't babies taste so good? The baby bag where you can cook them. Oh, yeah, Sandra Bullock and the penis facial. Just throw it on your face, everybody. And drinking the penis blood and throwing it on your face. Isn't that even better with Lee Daniels, Jerry Seinfeld, talking about the fleshy pancakes, reminding him of eating children, which he totally doesn't do, and none of the celebrities do. It's just funny jokes. Steven Spielberg eating babies. You got Megan Fox dreaming about her perfect man as she drinks his blood. Yeah, manifesting the best destiny ever. Have you ever eaten a baby by Michael Ian Black? The most hilarious article ever written, joking about the children. James Gunn is against the baby rape, but actually eating them in real life, unless you're really hungry, okay? You just got to be really hungry, and then you can eat the baby and have sex with them, according to James Gunn, which is all just a hilarious joke. Hilarious, sophisticated comedy going on right here. You got Patton Oswalt, the tweets from my Hammer-Toad followers, and the pedophobing, shaming. He's a proud pedophile, but just joking. Being a member of NAMLA is a hilarious joke. Army Hammer taking a bite out of his girlfriend. This is all just very sophisticated comedy coming from the elites of our world, the entertainers, the singers, the actors, the directors. Hopefully one day we can reach this level of sophistication and elitism where we can be rich and famous and think that this is all just the most hilarious thing ever. Isn't it the funniest thing ever? I can't hear you over all the laughter, okay? I just can't hear you over all the laughter. Romans chapter 1, verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Oh. What's really going on with all of these celebrities? The films they like to make, the jokes on Twitter and elsewhere, the comedy. Oh, it's just so funny, isn't it? Well, are they retaining God in their knowledge? Do you ever hear God being preached by any of these people? What is it you think that they are spending their time focused on? I wonder if they've been given over to a reprobate mind. No. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Yeah, well, what's really going on in Hollywood? What's really going on with these celebrities? Is it really all just a joke? John chapter 3, verse 17. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Jesus died on that cross for my sin, for your sin, past, present, future. And if you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior and the payment that he made on that cross, you will be forgiven and you will go to heaven. Stay tuned for our next episode of The Popular Cult.